What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'll be going over my trading 2-on-2 portfolio update, and we've got a lot to talk about in this episode today, as I have done a complete overhaul of my portfolio and a complete restructure of the entire portfolio. I'm now focusing most of my capital in the portfolio in growth. It's a decision that I've been thinking about for quite a few months now. Obviously the dividend side of it and how much money I can actually put in each month to try and grow my dividend portfolio. It just, with the growth of the stocks as well, just wasn't really cutting it for me at this moment in time. So I made the decision to transfer a lot of my dividend stocks out and replace them with growth stocks and ETFs in hopes of growing my capital bigger. So eventually in the next 10, 15 years, so with the growth of my portfolio, as well as obviously some contributions as well into stocks, I can then start obviously slowly buying more dividend paying stocks as well. Obviously, guys, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. I want to go to get to 2,000 subs. I'll also be talking about today the Reddit versus Wall Street battle, which I'll be touching on that a brief bit. But the main focus of it is I'll be going over my entire new portfolio. The first stock that I had is Alibaba. Obviously, Alibaba, they've been struggling over the last few months, down 18% in the last 3 months overall. That's a lot of that reason is to do with the owner. I can't remember his name now, but if someone wants to comment, but he went pretty much, no one heard of him for a while. I can't remember how long it was now, but now he's back. So that's Alibaba. It's not obviously a long-term hold for me. We'll see how they perform in the coming months, but it's obviously long-term I'm looking for. But I'm down £16 or 4.25% at the moment. I just own over 2 shares of Alibaba. Yeah, I know. This stock, AMC, obviously we've heard all the hype about all these stocks such as GameStop, AMC, etc. And this is where you really have to stick to your strategies and not sort of follow the hype stocks or not follow them too late. Because don't get me wrong, people can make money from these holdings, but the likelihood is you're not going to unless you get in at the really, really right time. But we never know. AMC, it could go back up again. And also, don't invest money that you don't have into stocks. Just obviously, if I put my whole £4,000 portfolio into this, I pretty much have nothing left now. So I only put £100 in. I'm down 50%. So I'm tempted to cut my losses because obviously it's not the best company at all. If you go off fundamentals and how much revenue etc. they earn, so I just have over 8.6 shares in AMC and see how if it goes back up again. If not, then I don't really care. But just a bit of a lesson, guys. Don't put all your money into these speculative, risky stocks, especially as all this has been going on in Wall Street, where you've had these Reddit investors. A lot of them have been looking into the forum on Reddit, and there's literally loads who've been going against these hedge funders, and hedge funders go get short, sell certain companies that they think are going to go bust. So basically, they're borrowing the shares and at a low price and selling them when they get to a high price. So, but basically, AMC, as you can see there, pretty much was a dead stock, just over under $2, but managed to get all the way up to $19, $20. And obviously since then they've collapsed a bit since the stock market pretty much got shut down. On our own trading 2-on-2, you couldn't buy this stock, or on Robinhood, as well as GME, Nokia, Naked, etc. So just a bit of a lesson, guys. These stocks, very risky, not for newbies especially. Back to a more stable stock now with is Apple. So I have 5 shares of Apple. Again, this is one you can't really go wrong with in the long run. They've just announced the earnings as well recently, so they've had a really good earnings report. So I think the company recorded a revenue of $111.4 billion, which is up 21% year over year, and the quarterly earnings per diluted share of $1.68, which is up 35 cents. So absolute massive earnings, over $100 billion. Apple. And I think some of the key points in their earnings is that the iPhone sales have spiked. So iPad sales have been up an impressive 41%, but the high growth rate of the product segment in the holiday quarter by far. But tablets and iPads and stuff like that only account for 9% of Apple's total revenue in the fiscal 2020. So the iPhone growth was of 17%, which is massive growth considering obviously iPhones are already well bought as it is. So they're up. They generate $150 billion in sales per year on average. So iPhones obviously a massive part of Apple. And again, I don't think Apple are going anywhere anytime soon. Up a massive 74% in the last year, and if it carries on, we could end up seeing another stock split in the coming years. So I'm up just over 3% or £15 with Apple. AT&T, I've got 3 shares in AT&T. I did want to add at least one dividend stock in there, which I could focus a lot of money in, which is, obviously, I know they've got quite a high yield, 7.23%, and they don't cost that much to buy, so hoping to try and get a lot of shares in these and just each quarter just try and reinvest that dividend and eventually have the dividend from AT&T just buy a whole share, so I don't have to focus on them as much. So one dividend stock I'll be focusing on, which is AT&T. And then it's another one of my sort of speculative stocks I've done a bit of research into, Atos Therapeutics. So I've got 50 shares of these with my average cost at £1.25, and I'm up just under £40 at the moment. Atos Therapeutics, obviously, I think there was a penny stock at some point. Oh no, there wasn't. They've had a bit of a U-shaped sort of graph there, but this is one I'm just going to try and keep buying into. It's relatively cheap. And here's my big one, guys. So Bionano Genomics. My return is £111.74 at the moment. I'm up almost 50%, which is really, really good. The only thing I'm a bit gutted about is I got in at around, just under £6. But look what they started off at. My God. 55 cents. That is just ridiculous. So if I put my £349 in there, I would have been a lot better off now, but it happens. You can't always get things early. That's just goes to show sometimes with this, you got to get a bit lucky, but this is a good stock, I think, for the long term. If they do get it right with the Sapphire machine, it could be a really good investment. So that's Bionano, ticker symbol BNGO. Next is my couple of ETFs. So I've got the Ishares Global Clean Energy ETF. I've got over 30 shares in that. Obviously, clean energy is getting more relevant day by day, and this ETF just looked too good to turn down. It's up over 141% in the last year. And I was actually down with this recently. You can see there around about that point I was down, but obviously they've might clawed a bit back up due to the major sell-offs in the stock market. Same with Apple. I was down a bit with Apple at a certain point this week, but now the good company seems to be pulling it back a little bit more. iShares S&P 500 Information and Technology ETF. Obviously this is the technology-based ETF. They have companies on there such as obviously Apple, Microsoft, Visa, etc. There's other companies as well which I can't think of off the top of my head. But I've got just over 15 shares and I'm up 2.62% with a return of £4.89. Another big tech play, Microsoft. Again, other companies had good earnings recently, mainly due to the new cloud system, which seems to be a main source of revenue. So 3 shares of Microsoft and I'm up just over 5.5% or £27.66. Another long-term play for me. Literally products that you use every day that you probably don't realise at work if you're using your Microsoft Office, Outlook, whatever you want, Xbox, anything like that. So Microsoft's still up 40% in last year as well. Another one of the sort of risky plays that have been going around on the Reddit forum, but you hear me out on this one. Nokia, I do see a bit of potential in this stock. Looking at it, $4.53, not a high price at the moment. I do feel like they could get back up to, obviously there was a bit of a sell-off because you couldn't buy it on the investing platforms such as Robinhood, Trading 212, so people sort of panicked a bit and sold, but I'm in this for a bit more time yet, so I want to try and recover some of the losses. I'm down 17.38%, it's not too major. We'll just see what happens with this stock. Then Palantir, another decent growth stock, down 8% yesterday though, but I'm still up overall my investment, £17 off 14%. Just for the 6 shares I own of Palantir. The big one, Tesla. You can't have a growth portfolio without Tesla in. Obviously expensive stock, cost me over around £600. I'm up £21 or just over 3% for the 1 share. Again, other companies recording really good solid earnings as you expected. Tesla. And obviously Elon Musk, he's all over Twitter at the moment, bigging up Bitcoin, and sort of anything he says at the moment sort of pops. So if he says anything good about a stock, I'd probably invest in it. So just based off the fact that the market had jumped. And then the last stock on the portfolio is the Vanguardism P 500 ETF. So again, this should be a core for anyone's portfolio. The top 500 companies in the US. You get obviously not massive returns, but you get consistent, steady returns, which is the main thing. Obviously up 12% in the last year, and that's even with the big dip in March when it went down all the way to around £37. So now back up, more than back up to £53. Again, I was down with these recently, but obviously you can see from there, it's had a bit of a spike back up, and there, on that line there is my average cost, so I'm back above that line now. So return of £9, just over 1%. Obviously this is a long hold for the next 20, 30, 40 years, however long. Obviously going to keep buying shares when I get a chance as well. So that is pretty much it for the portfolio, guys. Just let me know what you think of this new portfolio today, and also drop a comment and a like and subscribe. Obviously all these help the channel out loads. So on that, I'm going to leave you to it today, guys. Take care. Bye.